Hey guys, what's up? It's Zin. So today I want to talk about my top 10 favorite Pokemon and why they are my favorites. Nowadays we have over I think like 900 something Pokemon, and that's just a lot. So this list, it was really hard to choose, but I hope that will encourage you guys to talk about your favorite Pokemon as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So number 10 on this list is Sylveon, and let's just go ahead and read their Pokedex entry. In Pokemon Shield, there's a Galarian fairy tale that describes a beautiful Sylveon vanquishing a dreadful dragon Pokemon. Listen, if that's not OP, I don't know what is. And they also have something ability called Cute Charm. The opponent has a 30% chance of being induced with attack or attract when using an attack that requires physical contact against this Pokemon. If you touch it, you're done, or at least a third chance of being completely done and doomed. It also has a hidden ability called Pixelate. Increase the power of normal type moves by 30%, then it changes those moves to fairy type. Now that's just awesome because now it means its moveset is not only limited to fairy, but you can also use normal type attacks within your strategy, which is awesome because can you even imagine like a fairy type quick attack or a fairy type swift or any of those other moves? That would be so totally awesome. Now I know none of these are groundbreaking by any means, but I think there's a potential to make the game so much more fun with these normal type moves. Like, can you imagine quick attack super affecting? It also knows the move Moonblast, which is just such an OP and powerful move. And it also knows Draining Kiss, and it's going to be able to use that against you. Of course, it knows Dazzling Gleam, which is an AoE attack that attacks all Pokemon, and in my playthroughs, I tend to love using that move, especially against different groups. Now let's talk about the color selection for Sylveon. It's pink and blue, just as cotton candy should be. It's just such a beautiful Pokemon with such great artwork. So this is definitely one of my favorite evolutions, if not my favorite evolution, and it's going to be the only evolution on the list. Number 9 is a relatively new Pokemon, and it's Appleton. Appleton is just so cute. So let's go ahead and read the Pokedex entry. Check out this weird entry. Its body covered in sweet nectar and the skin on its back is especially yummy. Children used to have it as a snack. That was in Pokemon Shield. That's a little morbid, but that's okay. If it can regenerate, that would be awesome. If not, it'll just get eaten to death, but regardless, it's such an amazing Pokemon. And its hidden ability is called Thick Fat, where fire and ice type moves deal 50% of the damage. And I think that's just so fitting, but because it's so thick and fat that you can't refrigerate it or cook it as much as you could, right? And I think it just suits the Pokemon so well. And just look at it, it's so darn cute. It's just literally an apple pie Pokemon. I love the way that it attacks. It just spits out whatever it wants to attack you with, like Toxic for example, it just spits it right out of its mouth. And it's just so round and it's so chunky, and I just laugh every single time I use it in battle. And every single time I use it in battle with someone who doesn't know who it is, they just laugh along too. So I think it's a superb and awesome cute Pokemon. And get this, Appleton's shiny type, instead of a red apple on its head, it's a green apple. Now I know Granny Smith apples are not that rare, but I thought it was just such a cute touch to the shiny version of the Pokemon. Okay, number 8 on this list is Ninetales. Why? Because it's such a majestic Pokemon. I feel like in another world, in another realm, it could have been a legendary or mythical Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon entry is from Sword, which says, a deity resides in the snowy mountains where this Pokemon lives. In ancient times, it was worshipped as the deity's incarnation. And isn't that just so fitting? It's just such a cool Pokemon that's captivated me ever since Generation 1. And when it's got its new Alolan form, you best believe I was on board. In both regular and Alolan forms, it goes from this cute little fox, which is adorable in its own right, into this majestic, magical creature that can go on to be a deity's incarnation. Like, are you kidding me? It's an amazing Pokemon, and I love the artwork for it, and how it's just so wispy, and again, just so magical. The 7th Pokemon on this list is Ludicolo. It's so cute. Like, it's just so gosh darn adorable. Honestly, like, have you seen a Pokemon any more happy than this one is here? If you ever played Detective Pikachu, and I think this was the turning point that made me love it so much more. But in Detective Pikachu, it just has such personality and it's so cute the way it interacts with everyone else. I mean, come on, it's a Mexican pineapple duck. Like, can you get any more outrageous and awesome? I think I'm in love with this one. Number 6 is, with a no introduction even needed, it's Arcanine. And how could I not? It's a fan favorite. A Pokemon that has long been admired for its beauty. It runs agilely as if on wings. That is amazing. Arcanine is such a loyal dog and I'm loyal to it. And I think part of the reason why is because ever since Generation 1, I've always used it on my team. I wasn't always a type to pick fire type starters. I'm not really sure why. I was more like a grass type starter person myself. But if I had Arcanine on my team, you best believe they're going to be my fire type. I feel like I don't have to justify this decision too much because everybody loves it so much. It looks like a loyal Pokemon and I'm loyal to it, and there's that. Number 5 is Squirtle, and I think this has to do with watching the anime growing up, and the Squirtle squad was just so darn funny. It was just such a gangster little troublemaking group, and it was just so cute that it had its own little personality and its own little sunglasses that were different from the rest, and they just caused trouble all over town, but you knew they had a soft side at the end of the day. Overall, aside from just the amazing cuteness, it definitely had to do with the anime, is why I love it so much. I mean, it's just a cute little too cool for school Pokemon. Number 4 on this list is Tyranitar. Tyranitar is similar to Arcanine in the sense that if I can play it during my playthrough, it's probably going to get used in the Elite Four. It wanders through the mountains seeking opponents to fight. If it finds an opponent that's not worthy, Tyranitar ignores it and wanders on. Does this not sound like any or all anime protagonists or what? Like, you take the personality of Tyranitar and just push it onto that anime protagonist main character trope, and there you have it. It's so determined, and that is adorable for a Pokemon that's just so bulky and big. It's so big and so powerful and so OP, but my favorite part about it is that, like, aside from it just coming from a little thing and then it evolves into something that's completely ginormous, it takes a really long time to evolve it, I think, in comparison to other Pokemon. And that grind you have to do in order to even evolve it to Tyranitar, I think, is what makes the bond to make you like it even more. Number 3 on this list is Pikachu. I know what you're thinking, Zin, you're so basic. Pikachu is like everyone's favorite Pokemon. But I mean, how can you not love Pikachu? Pikachu was the one that introduced me to the series, and I've had so many plushies of Pikachu over the years, and it's built such a strong bond. How do you not have such dedication and love for a Pokemon that just means so much to you and so much to those around the world that helped Pokemon build its image? Ooh, we're getting to the final countdown. Number 2 on this list is Slowking. Take the adorableness of Slowpoke or Slowbro and then put a ring on it. Okay, not actually a ring. You gotta put a King's Rock on it, but it's very similar. It's still a rock, am I right? Not even a rock. Okay, never mind. It's more of a shelter. So for those of you who do not know, in order to get Slowking, you take a Slowpoke, equip it with a King's Rock, and then you trade it, and then it turns into a Slowking. So it wasn't very that attainable, especially for us who did not play with other people, but you just gotta love the personality of Slowking. When it gets traded with the King's Rock, it's supposed to be, instead of like Slowbro, where the Shelder attacks its tail, it instead, in Slowking, it attacks its head, releases its toxins, and then all the magical hidden abilities of Slowking come out, and it becomes super smart and wise. Slowking undertakes research every day in an effort to solve the mysteries of the world. However, this Pokemon apparently forgets everything it has learned if the shelter on its head comes off. So, I mean, it's super smart until that eventually falls off, so it's gotta take a hat on forever. But aside from that, it's just so adorable and wise. Like, it reminds me of something that maybe even Psyduck could possibly go through, where it's super cute. Ignorance can be turned into something that's super brilliant and amazing. I mean, just look at it. It's just so wise and so darn dummy looking at the same time. It's also like never stressed out. It's so mellow. It's so unchanging against the disturbing thoughts of the world. On a side note, he also has a special episode. I'm not sure if it was ever dubbed to English, but I think it's called Slowking's Day, and you can just see how it goes by its day, and it's just so cute. That episode was such an amazing tribute to this Pokemon. And my very favorite Pokemon, which is a number 1, is Ampharos. Some people might call it Ampharos. I'm gonna go with Ampharos. Yes, it's my favorite Pokemon, but the worst part is I can't even tell you exactly why, or at least I can't pinpoint the specific reason, but some factors are the fact that in the anime, it was just so darn cute when Jasmine and Ash work together to help it out so it can light up for the lighthouse for the whole entire town. And it meant so much that one Pokemon could light up and bring joy to so many others, and it also helped lost sailors who were on their way or getting lost or needing to go home. And I think that's just something that's so special to that Pokemon. Like, its inherent ability is to help others guide its way. I think another factor is that my favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Silver, and I use Flaffy, or let's say Mareep, then Flaffy, then Ampharos in every single playthrough, and it's just so OP and so amazingly well done. Ampharos gives off so much light that it can be seen even from space. Like, space? Are you kidding me? That wattage is over 9,000, okay? Even probably way more than 9,000 watts. People in the old days used the lights of this Pokemon to send signals back and forth with others far away. Like I said, it's so cute. You just, I don't know, like, use Morse code, blink once, blink twice, and then you just send those signals. Like, come on, such a loyal, amazing Pokemon. It has a pretty big anime debut in my opinion. Anyway, I know all of us have a lot of different favorite Pokemon, and it was hard for me to even pick top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love to hear who your favorite Pokemon are as well. And I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!